Hi, do you know the difference between a professional, a contributor, an amateur, a fanboy, and a groupie? I'm going to give you some information in just a second. Today I've got Haas giving me a hand. We'll see you in just a bit. So what's the big deal? What's the difference in all those different groupings? Well, the first thing is a professional and a contributor have to make deliverables. They have to provide something for somebody, for either the band, or they have to provide stuff for a magazine, some kind of publication, some kind of something is somebody's going to be expecting their work. If you are unable to deliver your photographs, there is a major problem. So what do you do if you can't deliver? I don't know. I've never really been not able to deliver. So I would hope I'd say my prayers. But that could be very, very ugly if you're unable to provide stuff. A lot of times for concerts, the band that you're going to see will not be back in the area for quite a long time. So the possibility of reshooting them is fairly slim. You may have to wait a whole year. Uh, what happens if you have a failure, a camera failure? Something goes wrong. Something besides a memory card. Hopefully you're using a camera that has redundancy for your SD cards or your memory cards. But what happens if you have a camera that has a problem? Well, that happened to us about 2 weeks ago. We were shooting a major festival, and a week before I'd shot another concert, and I noticed that it seemed that at long distance the 80 to 200 2.8 that I used did not focus correctly. So I played with it a little bit, and it would focus at 105 millimeter, and I thought, well, okay, that's fine. There's a problem, but it's probably something that has to do with the stage effects. No, unfortunately, it's a good thing that I test fire all my cameras and check them out before I go to an event or at an event. And what I did is I fired this camera, and when I did, this front element popped completely at a 45-degree angle out of the lens, and I was like having kittens. But I turned the autofocusing knob, and sorry about that. Haas decided he wanted to show up and help out. But anyway, the front element of the lens popped up at a 45-degree angle and was falling out of the lens. So I turned the focusing knob. The element went right back down, and I twisted it tight with my fingers and cleaned it off with the lens cloth, and test fired it a few times, and it worked perfect. So that was all it was. But I was seeing my life flash before my eyes. But that was a problem. So what do we do? Well, how many cameras do you carry? For this particular show, we carried 3 DSLRs and a Sony ZV-E10 and 2 cell phones, which to a lot of people, one of the differences between having to produce deliverables and not is a lot of people go to concerts and photograph them with one camera and one lens only, and if you have a failure, you have a problem. So we were covered. So what I did is, before the show, I changed lenses. I went to my backup lens, to my backup camera, went from my backup camera's primary to my main camera, and swapped the lenses and test fired. Found out it wasn't the camera, it was the lens completely. And then I swapped them back once I got the lens fixed, and test fired it, and I got some good shots. But being prepared is a major ordeal. Major thing. You have to be prepared, especially if you have to deliver pictures, photographs to somebody that's going to be waiting on them.
I thought I'd show some examples of what the photos look like after the repair of the lens. Uh, I think they came out pretty good, but I'm still going to have the lens checked out and make sure it's fine. But here are the examples. Take a look.
So one of the things I'll tell you is to test fire your equipment before the show. Do not go into a show, whip out your camera, the show's going on, and start firing your camera. You're taking a chance. Uh, have a plan and know what to do in case there is a disaster. Know what lens you're going to swap to. Know what piece of equipment you're going to change out. Know if you got a battery problem. Be able to have extra batteries. Be able to swap out whatever part is broken so that you continue shooting. Be prepared for the worst. Suppose you drop your camera on the bus getting into the arena, out on the sidewalk, out in front of the club. There's a problem. Keep your gear very well maintained. Watch out for it. Keep it clean. Keep it serviced. Keep it updated. We keep ours in basically a locked safe when not in use, and it is humidity controlled. Sometimes you think it's a little overkill, but we take care of our equipment. Store your gear properly. Make sure it's kept in the right place. Don't throw it around. Don't mistreat it. Servicing may be a good idea. I know a lot of people service their equipment on a regular scheduled basis. I'm not that way, but I know a lot of people do, and if that works for you, then great. Have your camera serviced every so often, and make sure it's up to date. Keep up with your warranties. One of the first things I did is I looked at that lens, and I got a hold of on my cell phone. Got a hold of B&H, which I do business with in New York City. And let me tell you, B&H doesn't sponsor this video, but B&H is a lifesaver, and I love those guys. So I looked in my previous purchases, found that purchase, looked for the warranty, and I bought an extended warranty on the piece of equipment, but unfortunately the extended warranty had expired, so now I'm out looking for another lens just for a backup for having that lens. So I'd like to take a little time and thank you for watching our videos. We do appreciate it. Hopefully if any of the information is useful to you, you have any questions, concerns, whatever, please get in contact with us. We'd love to hear from you. We'll answer your comments attached to the video. And thanks a lot. We'll see you probably maybe a week, 10 days, something like that. And appreciate you viewing. Like and subscribe, please. It helps us out quite a bit. And thank you. Bye-bye.